Okay, last video for acids and bases. All about telling me if it's strong or weak acid, and telling me if it is how well it can conduct electricity. So when you have an acid or base, what happens when you pour it in water? It breaks apart. It dissociates. All right. So a weak acid or base will incompletely dissociate in water, meaning that it'll break apart and go back together. Break apart, go back together. And how you show that is basically like this. It's a reversible reaction. The reaction can go both ways. All right? But a strong acid or base completely dissociates in water. Okay? So how do you know that? Well, that means it just goes one direction and it doesn't come back. So for example, this one right here breaks apart into its ions, doesn't get reversed. This one does get reversed because the arrow can go both ways. That is the difference between a weak acid and base. If you completely dissociate like a strong acid or base, you're a strong electrolyte. In other words, you conduct electricity very, very well. If you don't completely dissociate, then you're going to have a weak electrolyte. In other words, it's going to conduct electricity fairly well, but not as good as a strong one. All right. So how can I recognize which one is which? Just by looking at the reaction. One-way direction, strong acid. Why is it a strong acid? H plus ion it broke into. Okay. Reversible reaction, H plus ion, weak acid. All right. Then look at this. Well, there's an OH here. This has got to be a base. Breaks apart, but it's reversible. Weak base. Here's my other base again because it's got an OH. Breaks apart, but it stays. All right. In other words, one direction, doesn't come back. This is going to be a strong base. So, strong acids and bases completely dissociate like this, like this. In other words, they only go one direction in the reaction. And they conduct electricity very, very well. Whereas weak acids and bases, the reaction is reversible. They do not completely, they incompletely dissociate. In other words, they break apart, but then they go back together. They conduct electricity decently, not the best though. And that's all you need to know. All right, so make sure you know how to distinguish between weak acids, weak bases, strong acids, strong bases. Hope this helped. We'll talk to you guys later.